Enigma, endorsing, safeguarding, protections and provenance management of cultural heritage, is an EU-funded project. Since January 2022, Enigma has been developing concepts, ideas, methodologies, tools and applications that can help law enforcement agents and cultural heritage experts in the fight against the illicit trafficking of cultural goods. During these past 2.5 years, in close collaboration with the stakeholders, police officers, museologists, archaeologists, and cultural heritage experts in general, Enigma designed the workflows, the tools, and the approaches and methodologies that's going to be used in order to create all these applications. The applications that have been created during the Enigma project include the provenance research tool, the earth observation tool, the crowdsourcing tool, a web crawler, and the creation and design of the Enigma main database, which basically is based on the Europeana data model, using also aspect of CDOC CRM and incorporates Getty Thesaurus. All these tools have been incorporated and integrated in a common holistic platform, the Enigma platform, which can help the stakeholders to their effort against fighting illicit trafficking goods. The Enigma platform integrates all these tools, and it can be used both by a desktop, laptop, or a mobile device.
Our ultimate goal of Enigma project is to change the game in heritage protection, and we are here to empower the authorities to move from a reactive to proactive stance. We aim to disrupt trafficking networks and safeguard these irreplaceable treasures for future generations. The first day of these pilot cases was related to Enigma training, where the main objective of the training was to prepare our pilot user to effectively operate the Enigma platform. We held hands-on training sessions with all the participants, covering the system's core features. We walked users through the entire workflow, from data input to analysis. The training was built user confidence and competence, and it was an opportunity for all of us, and specifically for the project, the Enigma project, to get some usability feedback from the operational environment, which help us to improve the user's experience.
Today we are implementing pilot case 2, which has to do with the identification and tracing of unregistered cultural goods. We are here at the Hellenic Police headquarters at Thessaloniki, where police officers coming from the relevant departments, meaning departments that they are engaged in the protection of cultural goods against illicit trafficking, and following yesterday's training, today they are basically implementing the pilot. That means that we have a set of objects that are replicating basically cultural goods, and they are following all the process in the Enigma platform in order to provide a fast documentation on the field, which includes the creation of a 3D model and acquisition of images. Also, they are measuring the artifacts, and they are inserting all the details in the Enigma platform. Following the on-site documentations, they assign the case to a cultural heritage expert, which is going to examine all the facts about the artifact and use the Enigma platform tools like the AI tools that basically provide the similarity of unregistered objects with known ones in order to determine their provenance or origin and come to a conclusion if this artifact is illicitly or not being trafficked.
We had the chance, on behalf of Hellenic Police, to test the tools and the instruments that Enigma Consortium created for the benefit of law enforcement agencies regarding confronting and fighting illegal trafficking of CGs. We had the chance to see very closely and work properly on the Enigma platform regarding how you enter and describe CG goods that law enforcement officers may spot during their shift. And of course, we had the chance to see how this platform works for the benefit of law enforcement and not only work and tasks. I'm very glad that I participated, me personally, and Hellenic police officers that works for operational units of Hellenic Police in this project, working very closely with the platform, describing and entering data on this tool and instrument database. And of course, what I have to say is that these tools are very user-friendly for law enforcement agencies. And of course, I believe that they will give a lot of benefit to our tasks. This is a project that expands Greece, and I think that can help properly all law enforcement agencies regarding EU. And working, as I said before, on the operational field and having seen other platforms and similar databases, I believe that these new tools is very innovative, very creative, and of course very friendly to those who will work and will use it for their daily job during controls and things like that.
The pilot case 3 actually more or less is the eye in the sky. So we used an Earth observation toolkit for monitoring endangered heritage sites with satellite imagery to detect illegal evacuation or damage, allowing authorities to be alerted in a timely manner.
Tomorrow we are going to follow with the implementation of the Pilot 4, which is basically the validation and testing of the whole system in a realistic environment. And this pilot is going to be implemented in Thessaloniki's Macedonia Airport.
Today, September 19th, 2025, we are going to test and validate the Enigma platform. The Enigma platform is going to be validated through pilot case 4 of the project, which is the testing and validation of the Enigma platform and the data communication platform. The test is going to take place in the Macedonia Airport of Thessaloniki, and police officers are going to participate along with the security services of the airport. During the implementation, police officers are going to simulate finding an illicit traffic good through the security check and are going to follow all the process and steps of the workflow in order to identify the provenance of the tool and decide if this is something that is legally or illegally transferred. During their investigation, they created a 3D model of the object using technology that has been offered by Enigma, and they also used the Enigma platform in order to provide an initial documentation of the object and assign the job to a cultural heritage expert, which at a later stage investigated the object, researched the object, and offered a final opinion about the legality of the object.
We ran the Enigma pilot case scenarios, where our primary goal was to validate our pilot scenarios with end users. We conducted interviews with key stakeholders from each pilot case, and the focus was on understanding their real-world needs, operational challenges and expectations. To be honest, we gathered critical feedback from all the participants, ensuring that the scenarios are relevant and practical. And these insights are now being used to refine the platform's requirements and functionalities.
During the testing and validation, the Enigma platform performed without any glitches, and after finalization of the scenario, a short focus group with the users, which are police officers in Thessaloniki that are trained in the fight against the illicit trafficking of goods, provided their comments about the performance of the platform, which will be taken into account in order to enhance and fine-tune the final version of the Enigma tools and platform.